Help me harness all that I am capable of and more. Help me reach the many people that need this work. Use this work to create abundance for me and my community. I left Texas to follow the Muse, to be more in touch with spirit, to stop always having to be in control of my life, to lean into the guides and voices that had been telling me things my whole life. My kiddo had moved away. My grandfather had passed last year. My father was in the late stages of Alzheimer's and in hospice care with plenty of people around him. And frankly, he'd be pretty annoyed that I might have hung around just to watch him die. When I felt into staying in Texas, it felt like a kind of death. Like I'd have to go back to sleep to stay there. Like being there was choosing to not follow my dharma. So I put out feelers. I weighed options. I ended up in Tampa. Where I'm at in Tampa is a magical place for me. It's a place of healing, a place of community, a place of love. I knew it was a place where I could write, create, and feel safe. And when I prayed about it and felt into spirit, it felt right. So I went. Oh, when I got here, my nervous system was on fire. I had never been in a situation for the past 20-something years where there wasn't somebody that wanted me to care for them, that needed me to care for them. A good reason to ignore the care that I needed to give myself. So I was very emotional. Probably even went a little crazy. I definitely went a little crazy. But after some deep rest and lots of tears and trying to navigate what the potentials of this new life could bring, I started to create. I started being able to finish writing music projects that had been eluding me for quite some time. I was free writing all kinds of things that didn't make sense to me. Over time, it turned into a book about the last few weeks of my grandfather's life. I started looking back over my prayer requests from the time. And even though it is a remembrance of being a caregiver, there's so much of it that's about me, overcoming childhood trauma, moving forward. I finished a project that I've had on my mind for a year and a half, how to pray a simple prayer. And I have 6 to 10 songs that I will finish before I'm done here in Tampa. And yet today, I still sit here wondering, what am I doing? Is chasing spirit really the right thing? Have I gone crazy? Am I just going to end up homeless with 2 guitars in my hand, fighting anybody that comes near me. I don't think so, but today I feel lost. Today I'm wondering if everything that I thought was the muse and spirit was just pretty stories that I was telling myself to get past my brain injury, to get me out of situations that didn't serve me, and if I wouldn't be better suited doing something entirely else. But the only thing I've really ever wanted to do was make music and sing for people. The idea of writing a few books and helping people learn to pray, that also excites me. The other things I see in life don't even make sense to me anymore. The ways that I try to make money seem to fail, seem to not work out. I still need to find a way to sustain myself, but yet Spirit tells me when I say that, look around. Today you are safe, you are secure, and you have food. What more do you need? Create, create, create. The future will work itself out. That's not how I was raised. That feels insane to me when I say it out loud in many ways. We're supposed to plan, we're supposed to have jobs that occupy most of our time and creative energies, but at least you're sustained. But again, that feels like a kind of death to me. And it's a death that I don't want. There are many deaths we go through in life because we have to burn off the parts of us that don't serve us anymore. And I believe I'm at one of those crossroads. I have to either burn off the beliefs of my childhood, or I have to burn off the parts of me that feel I am here to create something more and more beautiful. The path of the beliefs of my childhood lead me to being in a kind of sleep. A kind of sleep that I've tried to escape from my whole life, and I just can't do it anymore. I've been creating music for 2 years now and releasing it to the world, and it still hasn't found its audience, and it makes me wonder, even though you've created these beautiful things, no one seems to want them. So I struggle. And I wonder. But I had a realization yesterday. I had a realization about who I am and how I'm approaching things. A friend of mine, Aiden, appreciated a piece of musical poetry I created, and it said, and he said that it really moved him. And I essentially said, well, as an artist, that's what I want most of all. Thank you. And that was mostly true. And then if I fast forward to when I was in my next creative period, I was beginning my normal prayer. Help me be good enough. Help this reach someone. And And then, like a lightning bolt in the back of my head, I heard another friend of mine's voice, Eric Godsey. That's fine if you still want to be a broke artist. That landed hard. I thought my prayer was honest and true. I'd never really evaluated it. The help me be good enough was really about when I was 14, 15 years old, and I had enough talent to start playing with older musicians. And all I wanted to be was good enough to not make a fool of myself. Help me reach someone was born when I started producing music for the world as a way to come out of my brain injury. And I was lost and I felt disconnected, and connection is what I wanted the most. I'd never considered the prayer of help me be successful. So I reevaluated my prayer. The truth is, help me be good enough doesn't actually suit my situation. I'm actually quite good, and occasionally I'm amazing. Help me reach someone is not the right scope either. So the prayer going forward is, help me harness all that I am capable of and more. Help me reach the many people that need this work. Use this work to create abundance for me and my community.